Haga, talk to me.
Going on,
How
man?
you feel?
Feeling pretty good. Done pretty well in my prep, so I think I've done what I need to do.
Yeah. Everybody's kind of talking this class bracket. It's pretty stacked. What are you thinking about that? On paper, you're coming in as the underdog here.
Indeed. Yeah.
But you do kind of have a style that could flip the whole thing given the particular situation. So how you look at it?
Well, from my point of view, I'm coming in. There's two guys in mind right away that I've never beaten in a legit match right-handed or in a tournament. Um, Practice doesn't count, but you can always feel what is necessary, and I haven't had it up to this point. Caleb, I've been pulling with him for a long time, and again, right-handed, never beat him. We actually pulled at a tournament. I would say just over a year ago, maybe a year and a half, and I stopped him, and I was fucking hyped. I was so happy, and I thought I was outside of my shoulder. I thought I was gonna pull him back, and right when I felt like I had something where I was gonna be able to bring him back, pop! I felt something pop, and I was down for like 6 weeks. Yeah, but it's doable. And then Ryan fucking Carter, who I've managed to pin him left-handed after a super match in the middle of a tournament. So I mean,
I remember I was screaming in the car.
It was fucking awesome. It was a great moment for me. But this is a bit different. So hopefully the way the brackets all line up and everything, it's very possible. I'm not walking in there feeling like I got like maybe 10, 20%. I do feel relatively confident compared to usual. But this other guy, Danny, I don't know how to say his last name. I think it's Danny, right?
Al Sharif is kind of what I've been going by.
Right. Yeah. I'm not gonna try. I don't want to insult him.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never seen him pull other than I looked up a video recently. His press looks like pretty decent, flop press. I don't usually have trouble with those, but I've never really dealt with one that's really strong. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I do feel like the underdog, but I do feel like there's a chance. I wouldn't say it's going to be a wash, but I'm going into it with the same mentality that I have with pretty much any tournament or anything where there's more than one person that I'm going to be pulling. As long as I get some good matches and I don't get run over, I'll leave happy. Of course, I'd really much rather win. So if I can run these motherfuckers over, I'll be a whole lot happier.
Yeah. Well, you're invested. You invest, and you're coming to Austin, which it's not a crazy venture for you, but you bought in, and
I mean, we all do it. We all do it. We make the trips. You pay for the hotels. You even with tournaments, you got to pay to play. So
that's right.
Definitely invested.
Yeah. So, given the bracket, you said that your prep's going good. Talk to me a little bit about your prep. This is one of the things that I'm excited about. You have you share a little bit of your training. It's very specific. Yeah. You're obviously in great shape. You stay in great shape.
How's it about right now? Yeah, for the past about 6-7 months, about 6 months really. I haven't really been doing any of the crazy gym lifts that I used to. I left last year with like a 445 bench. My squat, I could do 500 for reps. Deadlifting almost 7 plates on each side. I was feeling pretty good.
A lot of weight.
And I've just had a lot of stuff going on with life that's made that less important. And the arm wrestling training though, on the other hand,
good things going on in life, right?
Yeah, great things.
Really
yeah,
great.
Things are going awesome. I'm sitting in my driveway right now. I just bought a house. I'm engaged. I feel like I'm doing pretty good, man. But so the arm wrestling stuff, my lifts for the right arm have gone up significantly. in a couple of different specific lifts, and I'm pretty happy about that.
Can you talk
This
about
prep
it?
is yeah, I mean I can. It's none of the there's nothing weird going on with my training. It's a lot of the stuff that pretty much everybody's doing. It's just mostly the frequency, the intensity, that's changed quite a bit. When I first started this prep, I was doing the same lifts every single day, and I was adding weight pretty much every single day. It would be kind of like what, Michael Todd's doing, just
Mhm.
not with my arm open.
Sure. Yeah.
There's a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah.
that going on. And I've seen the lifts come up quite a bit. So I will continue this way of training for a while. Obviously I'll back off the intensity a little bit because that type of progress doesn't happen over a long period of time for long before stuff starts breaking down or you just hit a plateau. Um, so yeah, not only am I excited for this event, which I'm really excited about, I'm also excited to continue on after that
Yeah.
and move forward with this new phase of prep that I'm going to be involved with because I want to go to Mississippi State next.
When is that?
I believe it's in September or November. I could be wrong, but I need to double check. But I know it's closer to the end of the year.
Okay. Cool. So what you're saying is that your general strength training is come to, not necessarily a halt, but more arm wrestling specific is where you've been lately.
It's pretty much nothing but arm wrestling specific lately. It's not over. I'm definitely going to get back to overall strength training because I just love it. It's just right now I'm focused on one thing more than anything else, and it's the arm wrestling training.
And that's a huge argument in the arm wrestling world. Maybe not necessarily an argument, but sort of a debate on, how much general strength or core strength training do you need versus arm wrestling specific training. Nobody knows really what the answer is, right?
I think it really depends on the way you pull and what muscles you're recruiting for the match. There's there's no what is it? There's nothing you can benefit from more than actually being strong overall. I think that you're not gonna have a good hook match without a strong pec and shoulder. Sorry, it's not gonna happen. You're gonna get pulled away. Maybe your arm doesn't open up, but you're gonna be way out here at best. You need to be strong. I don't think that's gonna come into play with this at all. If I and again, I feel like if I get what I need from Ryan and Caleb, I don't think they're opening my arm. I really don't. And if they do, it won't be much. It won't be enough to pin me. It's going to come down to the same old crap that I've lost from before. Hopefully that stuff's actually gotten stronger. Yeah, the overall fitness and strength is really important, but I don't know. I think that there's a lot of guys that are doing really well in arm wrestling that don't look like a lot of us want to look. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
it does. It does 100%. So knowing that Ryan Carter is in this match, that is in this flash pin trial, as it's called. This hasn't been done before, which is triple
Mm-hmm.
elimination. Everybody will pull everybody, even if you're 2-0. Everybody will pull everybody, and
Good.
yeah, this is, I mean, going to be a real battle of attrition. I think we're really going to see it in your matchup. But knowing that Ryan Carter's in this, have you changed anything, any strategy, any sort of training?
Oh, well, the training, no. The strategy, a little bit, yeah. I'm gonna try to do some stuff that I haven't done before. I'm gonna try to. I'm not gonna give it away, but there's things that I'm gonna try a bit different this time that I think will make a massive difference if I can execute. It's one thing. It's like when you're on a practice table and somebody's like, pronate, just pronate. Fuck you,
Sure.
I'm trying. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
am
yeah,
actively trying to do what I need to do. It's going to be about whether I can execute or not.
yeah, yeah. I'm very interested to see all of them really. The whole card is great. I feel like this one is going to really be war. War. What is your what is your mental by the time you walk up to that table for the first time? What is your mental look like?
I'm on an illegal amount of caffeine and been listening to heavy metal by then, and I'm ready to fucking bite somebody's throat out if I have to. I've got me and Caleb are pretty tight, man. He's a good friend of mine. Trust him. You know, he's awesome. But I'm going to try to hurt him come game day, as well as Ryan. I've got, a lot of respect for Ryan. I like the fuck out of Ryan, but I'm going to try and hurt these dudes. When we step up to the table, that friendship it's not in the back of your head. You want to win, and we're all stepping up to fight, and that's what this is going to be. It's whether you have a ton of confidence or not. I think that's where your head needs to be.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. And I think with this triple elimination, I really want to sell the triple elimination portion of it because it gives you an opportunity, and you never know how the other matches are going to go. Yeah, it gives you the opportunity to adapt, to learn, to see what's happening, and I think that may play in some people's favor.
Yeah, I agree, but the same way, and I'll just go ahead and say it. Historically, when I have a match with someone, I don't usually win the first round. Sometimes I don't win the second, but if it's a best of 5, I can usually turn it around. I mean, well, for example, with Zamora, like if I had done what I needed to do from the first round, it would have been fine. But I had to lose twice to go, okay, you're fucking up, something kicks in, you're able to make adjustments. That's why I think I did well that time, because if it would have been best of 3, it would have been over. I think that the way this is going to go is I'm going to have an opportunity. If, for example, like I said, these guys usually run me over, so maybe they do the first round, but I have more of an opportunity to come back, make an adjustment, I don't know, flip some switch, whatever you want to call it, and come back from that. But that also plays in favor of them too, because they get the same opportunity.
And let's talk about the weight. Remind me again, the weight that this is set at is,
I believe it's 209.
Is it 209? Is that right?
I believe so. Yeah.
And so
that's what I'm planning for, anyways.
209, and I'll say Al Sharif. I don't know a lot about him. I'm hoping I get to speak with him. I've reached out, so we'll see. But
he's pretty big.
Yeah, there's a lot of big guys. But you have spent a lot of time. I think since 2022, I think, is your last 198. So it's been a while.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I think it was what I was reading, 2022. But the weight may play towards you. And I don't know where Ryan Carter is. I'm going to talk to him tonight. I don't know where Ryan Carter is. He's a very tall guy, though. And Caleb Wrights can make the cuts. I know he can. I saw him at 98.
Yeah. I mean, but Caleb right now, Caleb looks fucking nutty. Caleb looks strong as hell, man. But he was big a couple of weeks ago, dude. That's all I know. So I know the weight cut's going to be hard on him. I wish him the best, but I also hope that it's rough for him. I hope he shows up tired. That's all I know. Ryan looks skinny, man. Ryan's always
so tall.
Yeah.
It's like he's packing it. Just it's somehow, some way. But yeah. Where are you at right now? Can you talk about that?
Oh, I woke up 218 yesterday. And I've been
you're in a great spot.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I probably have to. I'm water loading and all that to sweat out the last bit, but I don't think it's gonna be that rough. I've done a 17-pound water cut before and dropped 17 pounds in 24 hours and came back, and that was Dallas, the first time me and Dustin pulled. So it doesn't seem to hurt me much. in competition,
Um,
and that was a hard one.
yeah, and then for the people that don't know, that's an athlete cut. Is what that is. That's pretty awesome. So, Cody Haga, if there is one thing we're gonna remember about Cody Haga after this weekend, what's it gonna be?
I'm gonna fight, dude. I'm gonna fight. I'm coming in angry. Right now, I'm happy and I'm excited, but yeah, I'm gonna leave everything on the table.
Anything you got to say to your opponents?
I hope the cut's fucking killing you guys.
Miss Cody Haga, I can't wait to see you this weekend. Thank you for your time. I really, really appreciate it.